If you live your life and you realize, I never failed once. These aren't failures. You can fail forward. You don't lose, you learn. Nebuch, there are people so poor, all they have is money. Money is good, and money helps solve a lot of problems, and money can enrich and enhance a lot of life. But the biggest challenges in life, money can't solve. I've never seen on a tombstone, they lived from this year to this year, and they had 25,000 followers on Instagram. Even if it feels like in this world, we have to exert effort, and we have to take initiative, and we have to try, and we have to keep doing more and more and more and more, and it looks like, Hashem, what's the plan here? Hashem, what is your plan? Why do I have to keep trying? Why do I keep failing? Why do I have to keep doing more and more and more? What's your plan? What's going on? The truth is, only from our limited perspective, only from our narrow view, are we doing hishtadlus over and over and over again. But from above, from Hashem's perspective, He has shefa bracha waiting for us. There is enormous blessing waiting for us. Never be hopeless, never despair, never give up. Know and understand Hashem has a plan. And while it feels like there are a million steps to our plan, why so many? Know that at the end of those steps, there's shefa bracha, there's breakthrough waiting. There's breakthrough waiting for us. Who invented the light bulb? Benjamin Franklin? Thomas Edison? Thomas Edison. Thank you. I'm displaying my ignorance. Thomas Edison. So there's a famous quote of Thomas Edison, who said, when he was asked by a reporter when he finally invented the light bulb, because he had experimented for years, and he had tried hundreds of experiments, and they all failed. And Edison was asked by a reporter, what does it feel like to have failed hundreds of times before you finally invented the light bulb? And he said, I never failed once. I invented the light bulb. It just had 100 steps to the process. If you live your life and you realize, I never failed once. These aren't failures. You can fail forward. You don't lose, you learn. Then you realize, not Hashem, I'm so bitter and resentful and angry. Why am I going from job to job? Why have I had to go out with 50 different men or 50 different women? Hashem, why am I trying all these medications or lifestyle changes? Why isn't this shot working for me and I have to try another one? You don't look at each one of them as a failure. You don't look at each one of them as losing. You don't look at each one of them as, Hashem, why are you doing this to me? But why are you doing this for me? Hashem, there is an outcome. And there is going to be a result, and there is a plan, and there is an overwhelming amount of blessing waiting for me. I invented the light bulb. We're going to have our breakthrough. It's just a journey and a process that has so many steps to it. The Gemara in Beit Sadaf Tezayin tells us that what we're destined to get, what we're going to make, at least the maximum, the cap of it, was already determined on Rosh Hashanah. When we davened on Rosh Hashanah, and that was sealed on Yom Kippur, and that was sent and delivered on the last day of Hoshana Rabbah, and then on Zos Chanukah, and that, okay, leave that out. But when HaKadosh Baruch Hu already signed and sealed what we were going to get, it was decided. Now we've got to do our work to get it. In other words, as I've said before, on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, Hashem allocated, He put into a trust whatever is the maximum we're going to make this year. Now He said, go to work. Your paycheck comes from the trust. You don't get that money from the trust unless you go to work. You've got to earn the paycheck, but no, you could work as much as you want. You'll never make more than what's in the trust. And other people can compete with you, and other people can try to take from you, but they can't trust. They can't touch the trust. That's why it's called the trust. It's safely in a trust. Kodesh Baruch Hu, the Ribono Shalom, has a trust in Shemayim for every one of us. And that trust, by the way, takes so many different forms. There are trust funds, Nebuch. Another one of the expressions I love, you've heard me quote it before. There are people who are so poor that all they have is money. Nebuch, there are people so poor, all they have is money. Money is good, and money helps solve a lot of problems, and money can enrich and enhance a lot of life. But the biggest challenges in life, money can't solve. All the money in the world cannot overcome a terminal illness. All the money in the world cannot bring a baby. All the money in the world cannot bring shalom bias. All the money in the world doesn't help a person find their partner. All the money in the world, the things that give us the most meaning and purpose and the greatest happiness, money cannot buy. So therefore, understand and know that while you're waiting for that trust, not every trust is filled with dollar signs or shekel or pesos or wherever you are listening. Not every trust fund is filled with money. The most important and the biggest trust there are is health. There's a trust fund called Having a Good Name. Someone I love very, very much and I'm very, very close to. And unfortunately is in a very difficult place in life. And I've spent a lot of time with him and I keep reminding him, you're the wealthiest man I know because you have a sterling reputation and the best name. And there's no thing of greater value than a Shem Tov, than a good name and a good reputation and being a good friend. That's hard work to earn that. And that could disappear and be taken from you in a moment's notice. Not because of your fault, for a false accusation or somebody who attacks you. So to have that trust fund that's called a good name, to have family who love you, to have legacy, to have loyalty, that's of inestimable value. That's, in fact, what you can take with you. You can't take the trust fund of money with you. Whatever you earn, whatever you buy, whatever you accumulate, whatever you amass. By the way, the Torah says, be gesund, enjoy it. Have a beautiful home, drive a nice car, go on a good vacation, enjoy a good meal. Hashem wants us to enjoy His world, but never confuse that with who you are, and never for a moment think that you can take that with you, because you can't. Ki lo b'moso yikach hakol, lo yered acharav kvodo. You can't take that with you. You know, there are people so excited how many followers they have on social media. Ooh, wah, they hit this number. Guess what doesn't come with you? I've never seen, I shouldn't say never because it's actually shocking what you'll see on tombstones. But as of today, I've never seen on a tombstone, you know, they lived from this year to this year and they had 25,000 followers on Instagram. I haven't seen it yet on a tombstone. You know, loving father, beloved mother, 100,000 followers on Twitter. I haven't seen that yet. It's believable that one day you will. But you don't take your followers and your fame with you. And you don't take your homes and your cars and your clothing with you. They're beautiful. Enjoy them. You can make a difference with them in this world. Be gesund. You don't take it with you. And the Malbim says, why does it say lo moso yikach hakol? Why does it say lo moso yikach hakol? You can't take it all with you. It should say you can't take anything with you. I don't know. Has anyone figured out what you can take with you? You can't take anything with you. That's why we're buried in the most simple tachrichim. We don't dress people up in their favorite dress or their favorite suit. We don't put that jewelry on them. We don't bury them with things because you can't take things with you. So what does it mean? It says the Malbim, ki lo b'moso yikach hakol. You can't take it all with you, but some things you can take with you. What can you take with you? So paradoxically, the answer is the only thing you can take with you is not what you hold on to. The only thing you can take with you is what you gave away. Because what you gave away, that's who you are. The difference that you made, the difference that you were, the person that you were, your legacy, your life, your name, your reputation, that's what you take with you. So says the Malbim, ki lo b'moso yikach hakol, you can't take everything, but it doesn't say you can't take anything because you can take. And what can you take? You can take who you were, what you did, what you gave away. You can take what your reputation is. So the trust fund that Hashem has for us is not only filled with money, though we need it, and I don't mean to minimize it, and people who struggle with it, it's very hard. But Nebuch, there are people so poor that all they have is money.